Hello everyone, we are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and this is going to be a momentous day because we are finishing off our Minmus program part of this series where, again, this is all structured around the Strategia mod, and I have a Minmus program strategy, which the conclusion here is, or the objective here is simply to plant a flag on Minmus. And while that was active, I got all kinds of bonuses for stuff that I did around Minmus, but I think it is time to get that out of the way. But some of you are probably noticing that this is not Minmus station. We are not in orbit about Minmus. This is my station in around Kerbin. This is the Warrior King Memorial Space Station, and you might be wondering why I'm here. Well, actually, when I went, Minmus Station, if you may recall, is in a polar orbit, and that requires usually some plane changing that has to happen when you get out to Minmus, unless you time it all right. And so what I thought I'd do is try and see if I can figure out, I've never done this before, what would be the launch window to get the Minmus to minimize the plane change. And all you got to do is start with something that's in orbit about Kerbin. So I just picked here Kerbin Station. And we're going to set Minmus as a target. So let's go to Celestial Bodies here with Kerbal Engineer. Select Minmus. Now we're not going to fly this thing to Minmus. So let's clear out all of this stuff. We're obviously not going to fly the station to Minmus, but you'll see where this is going. So let's pretend like we are. So we're going to set up a maneuver like that. I'm going to put in the required 920 meters per second of delta V. Actually, that's obviously a little bit too much. So let's scale that back a little bit. Oh, we'll have to come back quite a bit. Might be because Kerbin Station's in a higher orbit than what I'm used to. Oh wow, we're getting an encounter right away, even though Kerbin Station is in an equatorial orbit and Minmus obviously is in an inclined orbit, but this is working okay. Okay, so let's focus our view on Minmus. And we'll talk about... Okay, I gotta still tweak this a little bit. Get this, so up, I need a little bit more, a little less prograde. Get that so it's right over top, and in fact, what I might do, just to kind of bring this, let's put in, which one of these is our orbit? I think it's the orange one. Yeah, you can tell from the time. We'll just bring this down closer to Minmus. Alright. Alright, now just to show you, let's bring up the station. So Minmus Station's right here. We will set it as, we'll switch our target to that. Come on. Does not want me to set that as a target. Does not want me to highlight it. There we go. Set that as a target. Okay. Which way around? We're going to need to come towards the south, so let's fix that right away. If you bear with me for just a moment longer. Alright, so we're pretending we're coming towards Minmus. I might just tweak this just a little more. There we go. That's good enough. And what I'm interested in, actually, is the angle at which I'm encountering right here. And that angle is 56 degrees. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm going to write that down because we're going to do some live mathematics here. That angle is 56 degrees. So if I were to launch right now, I would be required to make a 56-degree plane change in order to end up in the same plane as Minmus Station here. But as Minmus orbits around Kerbin, this angle will change over time, as this, because thanks to conservation of angular momentum, the orientation of this orbit in reference to the stars will stay the same, but as Minmus goes around relative to Kerbin, this orbit will appear to rotate. And I had to do a little bit of thinking, but the orbit will appear to rotate in a clockwise direction in this way. So what it's gonna be doing is, as we go further forward in time, this angle of 56 degrees will decrease over time. So all we got to do is figure out, well, how much time do we have to wait until that angle gets down to 0? Now, Minmus's orbital period is 299 hours. I went to the KSP wiki and I looked that up. 299 hours. And of course, in that 299 hours, this orbit will do a complete 360-degree rotation and come back to the same orientation as it is right now relative to Kerbin, more or less. We're ignoring going around the sun. I'm not going to... we can ignore that, I think, relatively okay. So that means, let's see, let me think. It takes, if I take 299 and divide it by 360, that means it takes 0.83 hours. Not 299 days, I think I said. 299 hours divided by 360 means that it takes 0.83 hours for this angle to rotate 1 degree. We need it to rotate 56 degrees. So we just have to multiply by 56 and we get 47 hours. Again, I'm going to write that down. 47 hours. A Kerbin day is 6 hours. So we got to do a little bit of very quick math here. That is going to be 7 days. 7 times 6 is 42. That's, yeah. And I think I got that right. 7 days and 5 hours. So in 7 days, 5 hours should be our launch window to Minmus. Like I said, I've never done this before. I could be completely out to lunch. Can we get rid of these targets here? I want to get rid of all this stuff. Unset this target. But what I'm going to try and do, we'll see how it goes, is get out Kerbal alarm clock. There it is right there. And actually, let's go back to the Space Center first, because we're done here with the space station. And from here we'll open up, because if I opened up Kerbal alarm clock where I was, it would end up being an alarm attached to the station. Here it'll be a general alarm. So we're going to make an alarm for 7 days and 5 hours, 0 minutes. And we're just going to do that. And hopefully, oh, that's 6 days. How did I end up doing that? Okay, let's try that again. Add 7 days, 5 hours. Oh, I think there's a... It's just a raw alarm for, yeah. Try that again. There it is. I don't know what happened there the first time. Here, let's get ourselves to sunrise. And we'll talk about a couple of other things before we launch. So the plan is going to be to launch a couple of Kerbals out towards Minmus, rendezvous with the station there, attached to that station is a lander, take that down to the surface. That is going to be the plan for today. Oh, I put in 6 days and 59 minutes. Okay. Now I think I got it right. I still don't have it right, do I? 7 days, 5 hours. Oh, I time warped, you rockhead. Okay, I think it was around closer to 3 hours. Okay. Oh my gosh. A couple of other housekeeping things before we get to that, though. We'll get to that very, very soon. Number one, I am going to be taking off this Thursday. I'm not going to be having a stream. The family and I are going to roll that into a bit of a long weekend, so I'm going to let people know right now. Apologize in advance. No stream on Thursday. Next week, though, we'll be back to our normal schedule with a stream again on Monday, and I will make an announcement to that effect on YouTube and my Patreon page and on the Discord and that kind of thing as well. But no stream coming up this Thursday. I hope everybody is going to be okay with that. Number two is, over the last couple of streams, people have been noticing I've been making a ridiculous amount of money. I'm over 6 million Kerb bucks, and that has to do with this Media Circus 3 contract that with every launch is adding 100,000 funds to my money. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that but it is doing that for whatever reason. I'm going to get rid of this media circus because I think that's a little bit silly. I've already kind of broken it. I think I have so much money. But before I do, I want to point out that with every facility upgrade, I get 75 reputation as part of the Media Circus 3 thingy. So what I want to do is actually use this as an opportunity before I get rid of Media Circus to start upgrading buildings. Some of these are tier 3, most of them are tier 2, so we're going to do this real quick. This can get the runway. It says here minus 75 rep, which concerned me at first. I tried this and then reverted the game before the stream, but if I click it, you'll see it'll say plus 75 rep. So I got so much money, I might as well do that. We're going to upgrade. I never have to worry about upgrading. Okay, there's the space plane hangar. That one's already fully upgraded. VAB. Boom. We got so much. Oh, research and development. Absolutely want to do that. Boom. Still got 2.5 million curb bucks. Dude, the launch pad. That's already upgraded. That's already upgraded. Astronaut complex. And oh. These vessels are landed on the astronaut. At the in memory of Warrior King, I have a flag there. Remove them before continuing. Okay, I'm going to worry about that at some other... Okay, it won't let me upgrade this because I got a flag planted there in memory of Warrior King Kerman. So, okay, we'll update that at another time. But now I'm just going to go into here. Media Circus, we're going to delete that. And at some point, I'm going to have to replace it with something, and I don't know what yet. Minmus program by the end of this stream should also be done, and that's what really has been shaping the last several streams. So probably going to have to be picking something else in here, but you know what? I don't know what that is right now. I'll have to think about it. If you have some ideas on what you'd like to see, let me know. Oh my gosh, look at this beautiful, beautiful place. All right, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to launch us some... Oh, wait, no. I have tons of science. Look at that, 348 science. So we're going to go into our spanking new Research and Development Center. We're going to spend some of this. And what I actually do want to work my way towards is this specialized command module, because that is where we have the mobile processing lab. I want to get a mobile processing lab out to Minmus. Probably one eventually out towards the moon, but in order to do that I have to unlock heavy command modules, which is good because then finally I have some 3 crewed command modules, so that'd probably be a good thing too. But before I get to any of that, way down here there's one I've been neglecting called recycling, and this has an external ECLSS module for life support. It also adds a shower to the habitation the hitchhiker can, so that reduces the stress of the Kerbals, giving them a shower. Also have a chemical plant to be able to do some processing, to do some of the waste products that are coming from different things and do stuff with them. I should have unlocked this a while ago, but I think I just didn't notice it was there. So I'm going to unlock that. There we go. And then we're also going to go up to here, heavy command modules. Oh no, I can't. Okay, we'll have to get some more. But I'm going to need some more science to start working down this way. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to time warp. I'm going to go fast, so be ready for all of the blinky lights. Oh, what happened here? Solar panel malfunction on something. I don't care. Let's keep going. Kerbalism broke something. What else is new? Well, I got notifications here. I should look at these too. Oh, magnetometer report from high space and around the moon. Nice. Or something. This is... Oh, yeah, my Kerbal's been up for 30 days. That's Bill, who's been up for now more than 30 days. My high-resolution altimetry scan of Minmus is now done. Excellent. That'll help with our landing. We got some milestones from when we were constructing our station, too, so we'll close those off. All right, we are done. We are there. We are at our launch window. Let's get in there and do this thing. Did I say someone... Uh-oh, is someone going to die? Don't tell me someone was going to die. I just heard a solar panel breaking. I see a thing in the chat. Shoot, now you got me worried. G says in the chat that somebody's going to die, that I missed something in all of those. I don't want anybody to die, so we're going to go to here. Those are maps. No. Everything with Kerbals in it is fine, right? Yes. Actually, the only thing with Kerbals in it is the station. Nobody's dying. You freaked me out, man. Don't freak me out. All right, here we go. Let's bring up what has been a very useful vehicle for me. This is the Terrier 1-A3. I could probably start building something a little bit better, but I ain't gonna just yet. I'm gonna use this. This might be its last flight. Try to build something better. But this is capable of getting into Minmus orbit, getting back. It can only carry 2 Kerbals. So we're going to have to be selective of our crew, but it should be able to get the job done. Now, I do want to make a couple of improvements to it. Number one, I want to take a look at life support, because getting out to Minmus is about a 7-day journey, 7 days back. I have 18 days, 5 hours of food, 15 days of water, and 16 days of oxygen. So I kind of, that probably will be okay, but it feels a smidge tight to me. So what I want to do, see, let's look at some of these cans. That's a nitrogen can. I think that part's okay. That's food and water, but it's full. I'm just looking to see if any of these are actually... That's nitrogen. Oh, I went all the way around, silly. What's this one? There's an oxygen can that's not full. So let's just start by just adding some oxygen here. So how about if I get to about 30? Yeah, 27 days, 5 hours feels a little better. That's like more than twice what they need. Also, they can restock at the station, so don't forget about that. But let's add on some more food. So we'll go to, I think it'd be, oh, it's probably under Kerbalism here. We'll get a small life support box and find a place to stow it in here. A little packed. Actually, I can put it on the outside right here. No, that's a light. I'll put it right here. Color that orange. Okay, what's that do for my food and water situation? And now I have 25 days, 5 hours of food, 32 days, 3 hours of food, 25 days, 5 hours of water. That's worth it. Now, the other thing I want to take a look at is I plan on doing multiple landing on Minmus, and we're going to be collecting surface samples. Those surface samples with Kerbalism cannot be transmitted. You have to bring them back. So I want to make sure I can carry these surface samples. Now, this is the, which one's this one? The P. How many sample slots does it have? Should say in here somewhere. Inventory slots 1. Should say something about sample capacity 2. So this thing is only capable of carrying 2 surface samples. That ain't good enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to add on, I think it'd be under science, wouldn't it? Yes, there's what I'm looking for. Experimental storage unit. That will up the capacity by 25 additional slots. Beauty. Okay, we just got to find a place to stow this thing away. Oh boy. Where can you go? This might be interesting. I might have to take some of this apart. No, what is... Okay, let's take these batteries away for now. What's under there? Well, that's a reaction wheel. What's under the solar panels? Oh, that's a pro body. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's an old pro body. So let's take this pro body out. Replace it with the good old Octo 2. And we'll configure this really quickly. Don't need it to do any science at all. Science is all being done. And then we can stick this in here. It's going to be a little bit taller. Okay, and then I'll stick back on the solar panels. 6-way symmetry again, sure. Whoops. What? Ah, being a pain. Stop being a pain. Okay, try it again. Just want to pull them out a bit so they look a little better. Oh, that's as far as they're gonna go. Okay, we'll deal with that. Okay, there, about there, and we need to get those batteries back. Where did I put those away? I think I had 8 of these batteries around here. Okay, and how? I don't think I should really look. How much mass is that thing? Should really look. Of course, there'll be mass added to the samples. The samples add mass too. It's only 50 kilograms. This thing had a ton of delta V. It should be okay, he says with monstrous amounts of confidence. We're going to go for it. You're wondering about the reaction wheels. There are reaction wheels. Oh, there are not. Oh, John says he's wondering about reaction wheels. Oh, there are small inline reaction wheels down here. That should suffice. That should suffice. So I did already have some reaction wheels in here. Yep. And if they break, we got a Kerbal to fix them. Should be okay. Okay, let's build our fairing back. There we go. There. We'll just come straight. Can I go straight down, or I think I have to come out just a little bit here? And then we'll close that off. You're going to close off for me nicely. Close off. Come on, I saw it there for a moment. Little blue. There, close that fairing. Okay. That, I think, should be good. I think that should be good. So, let's save this. I don't think I changed the stats of this too much. I'm kind of inclined just to sort of go for it without a test. Of course, we know how well that's gone in the past. I'm thinking it's okay. Let's just really check here. Yeah, we can. Oh. The thrust to weight, usually I set that at 0.3. I might have actually, how could I have lost mass? I don't know, that would have been possible. Okay, let's try that, 81.5. 1.3 again. Check the staging, we get that. Then we get the little Terrier engine. You know what I might just do? Oh, I cannot see in there. Is there are ant engines. It's not going to let me. Oh, yeah, there they are. There are ant engines I have as backups. I'm just looking at this thrust away to 0.7, and that's going to be in the upper part of the atmosphere. It feels a little bit. If I chuck these in here, that's in the wrong spot. Here. That gives me a little bit more thrust. I think that might be, and then I might turn them off when I get up there. And then other than that, everything else is normalness. Just to get a little bit more thrust in the upper atmosphere. I'm thinking this is okay. Might just go for it. Well, we know how much it costs to go to Minmus and stuff, so I'm sitting here staring at it, but I'm I think we'll go for it. Okay, let's pick our crew. Let us pick our crew now. Whoops. Put this over here. We're going to send up, because we can only send up 2, we're going to send up an engineer and a scientist. Is Bob fine for the scientist? Bob has been in orbit about Kerbin and planted a flag on the moon. Now Bob might hopefully be planting a flag on Minmus. That should do him some good. But we'll put in an engineer because we want to set up that surface deployable stuff. And an engineer, I need an engineer to get the bonus on the solar panels. So I need an engineer to set that up. So we got Michael O here, orbit a Kerbin, fly by the moon. Sure, Michael O is going to Minmus 2. All right, so that should be good. I'm thinking this is it. Oh, Javier. Very good point. About, oh shoot. Javier just said, aren't you planning on ditching this whole part of this on re-entry? Yeah, that's, you know what? Oh, how are we going to get this down to the surface? That is such a good point, and I don't know if I want to redesign all this. I guess I could put it on the top. Shoot. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make that a problem for another day. That's a very good point. So all the samples will be stored in a section of the vehicle that's going to burn up in the atmosphere. But you know what? I think what I might just do then is, rather than just to come straight back, we'll try and see if we can finagle our way to Kerbin Station. We'll dock there, and then we'll, I don't know. Problem for another day is what I'm trying to say. I just don't want to do it. That's all it is. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. So there we go. We don't need alarm clock anymore. We can get rid of you. And what we need to do is we need to set Minmus as a target. And we need to time warp towards the ascending node, which is in 2 hours and 16 minutes. We just missed a node, but oh well, that's what it is. Always paranoid about over time warping this. 5, 4. Start a few minutes early. Now, ascending node should mean I'm launching to the north, but I don't trust myself no more. Let's take the station off here. See, yeah. Okay, I want people to tell me I'm not crazy. See how it says time to relative ascending node is 3 minutes? But if you look at this clearly, we are at the descending node right now. We need to launch towards the south. We are at the node, but the game is lying, or not the game, Kerbal Engineer is lying to me about which one, and I made that mistake once before. Not going to make it again. So we're going to run the launch script. We're going to go 6 degrees towards the south, 80-kilometer orbit. Let's do this. Oh, we can select our contracts here. Okay, we're off. I'm hoping to satisfy most of these contracts today. Actually, one of them I don't think I can do. This space station requires me to put the a lab module on it, which I can't. So one of these is not. 3 of these I'm hoping to satisfy. All right, we are off. Bob Kerman and Michael O. Kerman ready for our Minmus adventure. Our first Kerbals, not only to land on Minmus, fly by Minmus, orbit Minmus. I don't think I've sent a Kerbal to Minmus at all. No, I have. I'm almost positive I have not. Wow. So this is a big step. And this is the 5th launch of this rocket. So this would be SN5 of the, not this rocket, sorry, the booster I've used on other things, but the Terrier 1-A3 vehicle. This is the 5th one. One of them's docked with Kerbin Station right now, and the other ones have all done other things. It's been a pretty reliable little vehicle for me. Alright, so coming over, pitching over. Demo Dev says that he keeps on trying to get into orbit and keeps on escaping from Kerbin, and that's because you're not coming over horizontally like this. I would suspect you're just kind of burning up. Going straight up. So that's what's going to happen. No, you need to get your velocity horizontal, parallel to the surface. I can understand, though, why people think that, because pretty much every science fiction movie, and even some ones that are meant to be based on reality, very rarely talk or even imply about what it takes to get into an orbit, that it's about going sideways, not about going up. You just have to go sideways because you got to get out. You have to go up somewhat to get out of the atmosphere, but your velocity, you need to be a horizontal velocity, not a vertical one. All right, locking on to the prograde vector, we have nerfed our thrust. I'm going to keep an eye on that time to apoapsis because that's been a problem in the past. It's fine right now. It's a little over a minute ahead of us. And pretty soon, we're either going to lose, I'm not sure, I think we're going to lose the fairing and then we're going to lose the booster right after. So there goes that. And then we're going to lose the booster. There we go. And so we got Terrier engine and then a trio of little ant engines just to put on a little bit of extra thrust. You can see that the script jacked up the throttle quite a lot. So I think I'm glad I put on those little ants. The ants are not as efficient as the Terriers, so this does affect the ISP. But once we have gotten our apoapsis up to 80 kilometers, right now I don't need these little ants anymore. So we're going to shut them down. Shut that one down. Shut that one down. Shut that one down. And then we're going to make a new stage, and we're going to take these ants and stick them in their own stage. There we go. And they're now for emergency purposes. If the main engine fails, I got these ants now as backups. Get out towards apoapsis. Let's put this on here. It's now lit up. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. G says I should have made an action group to shut down those ant engines. Yep, definitely could have done that. But actually even using them for that orbital insertion was a bit of a last-minute decision, so I didn't think that far ahead. But that is a good idea. Getting ready for our insertion, 325 meters per second. This thing is still going to have over 1,800 meters per second left. That is plenty. Get to Minmus and to get back. All right, here we go. Yeah, look how much the throttle is up. That's to get, I think, a thrust away to 0.9. So I'm glad I put on those ants. I can see, actually, I'm on the right side of east, being south of east, because I can see the Minmus target icon is south of east. So I went the right way. I went 6 degrees the right way. Okay, and what do we got here? Just about reducing throttle. Oh, we are in an orbit, and program is done. Nicey nice. Okay. I'm just gonna stick this on the normal vector for now. I'm sure it'll be fine. And there we are. See our orbit, our parking orbit there, nicely in the same plane as Minmus's orbit, which will aid in this transfer. And now comes the magic moment. Did I do good with my timing? That is what we're about to find out. Okay, let's focus our view on Minmus here. And let's turn on our station. Oh, I'm encouraged. Oh, this burn is in the past. Let's hop ahead in orbit. I'm just noticing that. Okay, and let's adjust our timing the other way. But it's looking like It's looking like this incoming trajectory is, whoops, that was a little too much. Other way. It's looking like that incoming trajectory is pretty close to being in the same plane as our target orbit. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Now, what do I got to do? Okay, let's set this as a target. Really doesn't like me clicking on that. There we go. Set as a target. It is coming around this way, so as we come in, we're going to want to be to the south of Minmus. So that's going to require... You know what? I think I'm going to just go with this burn right now, and then we'll do a correction to fix that. I'm excited. That's excellent. My little... whoops. What am I doing here? Trying to tweak this is what I'm trying to do. My little exercise worked. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, let's just do this. 121 meters per second. We got lots of. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's change our view to here. My little calculation worked. And I swear I never have done that before. That timing it to get, to get the planes to be right. Uh-oh. Munar 3 batteries are almost empty. Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta get in there and start turning off some of those warnings about probes I don't care about anymore. You can get into Kerbalism here and start turning those off. I'm not going to do that right now, though. Right now, we're on our way to Minmus. Boom. A 1 minute and 19 second burn for Minmus. I'm just thinking, so now that the actual samples, the container that's going to hold samples, is actually here in the part of the module that's going to get burned up in the atmosphere. And I said that's a problem for another day. What do you think of the odds? I put it about 50-50 that when that day comes, I'll completely forget about that. Where I really should have put that sample container up on the top. But then I thought it would have looked goofy, and I didn't want to spend too much time fiddling with it. We'll get it to work. I could also just dock with the station, send up the simplest probe in the world, dock with the station, put the samples in that, and just send the samples down. That might work too. Or, you know what? That would be an incentive for me to build a whole new vehicle. A whole new vehicle for getting up to the station with my new... What's my SCANsat? I haven't been paying attention. Oh, 2.5 more science and I can unlock those bigger crew modules. So maybe that will be my incentive to build a better vehicle for getting my Kerbals into space. Okay, let's look at this from Minmus's point of view. You can increase the sample capacity in the pod, John? I didn't think you could. Oh shoot, was there a slider there that I just flat out missed? Oh, that'd be embarrassing. Oh well, what's done is done. Alright, and... Is it coming? Oh, it looks like... Oh, the program has ended, but I can see that it undercooked it just a little bit. If I use RCS, will that... Yeah, I'm going to use RCS here. Beautiful. Happy with that. Just used RCS to kind of finish that off a little bit. Nice thing about RCS is you're not firing up that engine again and using up ignitions. Okay, we'll put that, line that up for the solar panels, and then we need to have an plane chain, a little correction burn here, but it won't be much. And if I recall correctly, we got to come to the south. We most certainly do. Well, this is going to be a nothing burn. Play with the timing a bit nonetheless. Okay, let's see here. The station is... Actually, I did up the station's orbit just a little bit. It's now just over 30 kilometers at 31.5 kilometers. I did that because it had finished collecting most of the science in low space, and so I moved it up to high space where it can collect more science. It was in low space because the contract requirement asked for that, but I'm now done with that contract, so I don't care. So I'm just getting it so that the periapsis is just touching the orbit. Move this so that the descending node is right at periapsis. That tells you that you're just crossing the orbit right there at periapsis. That's what you want to do. And our inclination difference, our angle difference, is only 4 degrees. So I am a very happy camper about that. All right. Delete that. That's just to stop the program, and we'll get out to this burn. Actually, let's fix our thrust here a bit. Saying the burn is only 0.1 seconds. You know what I should do is I shouldn't use a burn. No, what I should do. No. Oh, wait, I'm adjusting the docking force. Oh my gosh, that's not an engine. There's the engine. Okay, let's not play with that. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm not going to... there's no more electric charge on Munar 3. You know what? Here we go. I'll show you. I don't care. If I go to Munar 3, where's Munar 3? I have no idea what Munar 3 even is. Something I launched way in the past. There's a Munar 4. Am I blind? Where's Munar 3? You're lying to me that there's even exists a Munar 3. There's no such thing as a Munar 3. Okay, I gotta find out what the heck Munar 3 is. I don't see no Munar 3. You're lying to me. Let's get out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the engine at all. This is like a ridiculous burn, 1.6 meters per second. I'm just going to use RCS. I have lots of monopropellant on here. I sure do. So what we're going to do is simply point this to our maneuver node, but not do the maneuver. That's just to get the right vector. See how this works. Then I'm not using up precious ignitions. Yeah. I hope this isn't... Yeah, it's not using up much monopropellant. One more? Ah, I overdid it. Okay, let's stop. That's good, that's good, that's good. RCS off. Again, we'll run the align. If I can learn to type, I can do it. There it is. All right, so we're going to be there in 7 days, 5 hours. These guys are all doing fine. We are going through some radiation belts, but only 2% radiation, 2% of their lethal dosage, so they are absolutely fine. Unlike that one time Valentina went out to the moon. I don't know what that was about. All right, let's... Oh my gosh, there's too many things all on top of each other here. Oh, because the apoapsis is right at where we're crossing Minmus's SOI. So let's warp to there. Whoa! 24 science from a gravity scan from space low about Kerbin. All right, all right. Oh, I made a mistake with this too. Okay. Now, are we there? Are we in there? No, we're not there yet. All right, here we are. And I think, yeah, let's point it radially inwards. I think I just need to come. No, I can see I need to come to the one-way too. Okay. I'm going to again try and do this just with RCS. So radially inwards. Need to come northwards just a bit. Nice. And I see I need to come... What way's that? That's anti-normal. According to my right-hand rule, that is anti-normal. Find out. Yep. And again, when the descending node is right where the periapsis is, you has got it. All right, let's set up our capture here. And meet Minmus Station. These will be our first inhabitants at Minmus Station. Let's add a maneuver here. We will need to get our capture, and then we're also going to set this up so that we'll get our encounter after an orbit as well. Now you can see again, this is not, you see how the encounter indicators don't move, so what that means is I just need to pop ahead like a second or two until they jump. There they go. And now, as I do retrograde, you can see them coming down, and all I gotta do is get this close together. Okay, can I do one more? I doubt it. No, I'm not going to be able to do one more. Okay. Get in here really close. Okay, we got a 34.2. I'm just looking at closest separation. Okay, let's bring this sensitivity way down. 5 kilometer closest approach. 1 kilometer. Ooh, how close can I get it? 0.1 kilometers is as close as I'm going to get it. So the whole thing, what's going to happen here is we're going to do this burn here. We're going to do this one more orbit. That will time it so that when we get back to here, we'll be encountering our station. Beautiful. And this is, according to this, a 10-second burn. Okay, got to run that alignment again because I can see we're not right for the sun. Where's Mim? Oh, there's Minmus. Okay. All right, and then we'll delete that. Let that sort of settle down a little bit. 149 meter per second burn. I'm doing a quick save. I hopefully won't need it, but I get paranoid at this stage. I don't know why. Okay, let's time warp to that maneuver. Oh. 7.5 science from the crew report. These guys just did a crew report. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Wait. Slash. How do you stop the time warping? There, I stopped the time warping. We can do EVAs and junk. Silly. What am I even thinking about? We're still in high space. I mean, I know it's not a lot of science, but it is what it is. EVA. Let's turn off, because we want to save the nitrogen. We're going to turn off our pressure control. There it is. So that way when we're going to get Bob to do an EVA here, and when he leaves, it won't try and repressurize the capsule right away. This shouldn't take long anyway. I don't think these are biome specific. And EVA report. Where are we here? EVA report. There he goes, collecting us an EVA report. It's going to take 40 seconds, and I don't think... Nope, just says space high, so that's nothing. Don't have to worry about, you know, other biomes and things. And I was going to time warp, and then I realized I can't time warp while I'm holding onto the ladder, but with 20 seconds to go, I'm not going to let go of the ladder, so we're just going to use this. 15 seconds to go. I just realized I could have done this from the station, too. The station's still in high space. Oh, well. More science for us. Okay, that's done. You can now board, Bob, and we'll transmit that science away. More and more science. Okay, let's now get to that maneuver. 25 science from that EVA report. This should hopefully be a ton of science for us. Run our maneuver executor because we don't have a pilot aboard. It is software that's flying this thing. Consider stowing your parachute, says John. Yes, thank you very much. I was thinking about that. There are parachutes on this, but of course, until these guys are ready to enter back into the atmosphere, these parachutes aren't meaning anything. So I'm going to put the parachutes on the station when they go down to the surface of Minmus, because parachutes obviously won't do them any good. The big trick is remembering to give them their parachutes back and not leaving them on the station. Anything you can do to save mass, I think, is a good thing. All right, 10 seconds to the burn. You're off. There is a little bit of stowage in the capsule, but only, John was asking, is there stowage in the capsule? And the answer is yes, there is one inventory slot in the capsule. Not enough for the parachutes. It would have been nice if there was two. Maybe, again, that's another reason to get bigger capsules. Okay, we're here. Let's see how this worked out. So, again, let's see if we'll tweak this with some RCS. Nope, I have to go the other way. That 0.1 kilometer separation, that is coming up in an hour and a half. So again, we'll run our alignment here. That way. For the solar panels, so the ship will get should have nice solar panel exposure. And so you can we'll watch this from here, because this makes it really obvious how this is going to work. We're going to come around once. The station's going to come around, do this, and then go around one more time. We should be meeting back up with it back in this location after about an hour and 20 minutes. So let's do this. Here it comes. 7.5 science, magnetometer, Kerbin high space. Got so much science going around. There's a lot more science for me to collect too. I just haven't been really paying attention. Oh, this thing's Oh, because I didn't turn that off. Silly boy. If I don't hit delete here on this script. Okay, let's put this on Rendezvous. 5 minutes to go. Let's delete. Let's stop this. Stop this nonsense. Let's put that on target. We are about 5 minutes away. There's our target. Watch this from here. Get to where our encounter speed's only about 14 meters per second, so we're not coming in quick. This is the joy of Minmus. Everything's easier around Minmus. Minmus might be a little bit harder to get to, but once you're there, everything becomes easier. Okay, we're going over a pole because the camera is doing its thing. All right, we're about a minute away from the station. Do some slowing down and some reorienting of this. Pushing that on there, getting our encounter nice and close. And at the same time, we're slowing down. That's good. Let's get ourselves closer. Now this ship has only a 0.625 meter docking port on it, and there is one 0.625 meter docking port on the station. And looking at this, I believe it is to the south here. So, or not to the south, I'm sorry, towards the planet. So, let's slow down a bit more. Coming in kind of quick. Am I doing this the right way? No, this way. That way. Yeah, I gotta push that a little bit this way. Okay. Let's switch to the station, grab our docking port, which is this one. Pin that over to here, back to our ship. Set that as a target. Don't need this no more. control this from here. Boop. So now we're targeting our docking port down here at the bottom. I think whoops, don't tumble on me, you stinker. Stop it. Is that script still running that I was talking about? Oh, why do I have so many? Oh, I think I got the ones from the station too. You know, it's fine. Okay, sorry. Stop it. We're getting too close. So I got too much going on, not paying enough attention. There we go. Let's do this from RCS so far. I guess so there was 3 probe bodies, but they're all coming from the station too. Okay, we can line up this docking port here. This is the docking alignment indicator. I think we're a little bit of a ways away, so I'm going to just do a little bit of thrusting in this direction. Make camera at the top. All right, we're coming in. Now I can see it. I can see our prograde vector on the Navball. So we're just going to steer this in. If anything, we're going a little bit too slow. Or too fast. There we go. All right, coming in nice and slow now. Kinda heard that in, and whoop, this way a bit. Boom, docked. We are there. We are there, so we have now crewed our station. First crewed orbit of Minmus. Why is that? Oh, this one doesn't go green until we have returned home safely. Okay, that's fair enough. So what's left to do is to get back down to the surface. We have a lot going on while we think about this. So while I'm thinking about this, let's transfer our crew. Where's crew transfer? Sometimes I have so many tabs on here now, I start to lose where things are. Transfer crew right there. We'll transfer Michael and Bob over to this habitation, the hitchhiker can here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because this is the only capsule that has shielding on it, and that will protect them from the radiation here. And again, okay, we got the solar panel. I don't know why this is oriented the way it is. So I'm gonna just tilt it this way. Let's get rid of this for now. We got some figuring to do. So I want to pick ourselves a landing spot. I've had a couple of probes down to the surface of Minmus, so I'd like to land in a biome that... Actually, I've landed in 3 different biomes on the surface of Minmus with probes, so I'd like to be able to go to a biome that I've not gone to yet. This is our lander here, but it's got this big crazy thing on it that brought it over here, but this crazy thing is full of fuel. So what I'm thinking I'll do... I'm going to leave the fuel that's in this smaller can, but I want to keep this fuel as a reserve. Now I got this big tank. Oh yeah, we got this. So let's transfer that out here. That should be good. And then we'll use this. How much fuel? There's so little fuel on this lander. It's not very heavy. It has 54 units of liquid fuel aboard. This here is another 20. I think that'll be good. 24 should be enough for a deorbit from Minmus. All I want to do is use this for the descent burn from Minmus so that this will crash into the surface. And oh, it's not 24 meters per second, dummy. It's 20. It should be good. I'm talking too much. And then this thing will crash into the surface and we'll get rid of it, and it'll help us in our initial descent as well. Otherwise, I think we're ready to go. Oh, parachutes? Let's stow our parachutes away. So there's tons of storage in the hitchhiker can. So we'll just take these 2 parachutes and put them here and here. Nicey nice. I think this has already got a ton of stuff in it, and there's storage inside there too. So, let's get out our maps. Our SCANsat maps. So this is this the right kind? Yes, this is my current biome map of Minmus. And if I get out my science archive and pick, oh, I don't know, like the temperature scans. Why are there no... There it is. And select Minmus here. I can see what biomes I've actually been in. So here we are. So I've done temperature scans in 5 biomes of Minmus. The highlands, the midlands, the lowlands, the Great Flats, and the Greater Flats. And what I would love to do is, I don't have to, but I'd like to land in a different biome than those. Are we doing okay for electricity? No, we're not. Sorry, I just realized something else. Let's just pull these out of the way. As soon as we landed, we started doing the flight experiment, I'm pretty sure. As soon as we docked. We are doing the flight experiment, and the flight experiment takes a lot of electricity. Sorry, I gotta... The flight experiment requires you to have Kerbals aboard. And I had it on standby, and then as soon as they docked, the flight experiment started. But the flight experiment uses a ton of electricity, so we're going to deploy all of these extra solar panels. And we're going to try and put this on a better... I don't know what it is about this thing. It just does not want to stay with the orientate. It keeps wanting to just... I don't know what it is. Keep an eye on it. I want to have good solar panel exposure. Is that decent exposure now? If I go to here, it tells me. Oh my gosh, too many windows. 99% exposure. Where's the sun? Let's turn this so it's better. Just want to improve the solar exposure for those panels there. I think there's just too... I think this thing is just too awkward with all the junk that's docked to it. There might be fighting solar panel or fighting reaction wheels too. Different reaction wheels wanting to do different things. Yeah, this thing fights me. And yeah. Okay, so this is just about getting good exposure on the solar panels. It's that or shut down that flight experiment, which I didn't want to do. Now I should be generating... Yes, now we're generating electricity. We're good. Okay. You stop twirling about. Okay. Back to this. Let's pick us a biome to land in. That's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. So here we are. This is our orbit ahead of us. It's kind of hard. Okay, I could land in slopes, lowlands. Is there somewhere interesting? Well, there's the whole poles region that I could come to. These are midlands, which I've done. I was hoping to have more of this mapped by now. And highlands I've been to. Should we go for the poles? That might be the easiest one to do first. Just kind of looking at what's ahead of us here. And you know what? Maybe the poles is not a bad idea. So let's yeah, let's just do this. Let's get this done. We'll go for a polar landing. That is a for sure new biome. So I guess I got to transfer them again. Transfer them to a new location. I'm seeing, yes, poles. Go for the poles. Yes, I will go for the poles. Okay, transfer crew. We're going to transfer, oh my gosh. Transfer Michael to the lander here. There we go. And transfer... Whoop, I'm doing the wrong one. Transfer crew. Are they both there now? I don't think they are. No, Bob is in here. Come on. Transfer the crew. Where did the little window go? Oh, I got it. I messed this up. Oh, resume flight. Okay, let's try this again. I know what I did. Transfer crew. I tried to transfer Bob right back to the hitchhiker again. That was silly. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. I'm just going to do it. Let's just undock. Actually, let's shut down this engine. I'm just noticing this too. Shut down the engine. And let's undock here. Undock. There we go. Yes, they're both in here. Good, good, good. Okay, SAS on. Let's control from the docking port just for a little bit. Control from here. Use RCS and just kind of push ourselves away from the station. We still have lots of monopropellant, right? Please tell me we still have lots of... Oh, yes, we have lots of monopropellant. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let's... Okay, let's now control from the capsule. And now we should have normal control. Nice, nice. Okay. And orient this for our solar panels again. Now, I got 170 meters per second left in this little thing here. We'll see. I'm going to ditch it. Obviously, we're not going to land on this. We're going to ditch it one way or the other. But if it ends up being ditched with still a little bit of fuel left in it, then that's just the way it is. I just want to check as well, is all the science running? I have telemetry, temperatures. Oh, there's multiple ones on different... Okay, we're fine. We're fine. All right, let's take a look at what our situation is here. I want to land... Which way are we going? I don't even know which way we're going. We're going to the north. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's time warp around. We'll start our burn here. We'll plan on landing in the south, at the South Pole area. That is going to be our plan. Okay, I'll just check to make sure we're not too close to the station. I guess we've got to activate this engine. And retrograde. And give us a little more. I don't know how much thrust to weight this thing has. Okay, let's open up actually SCANsat map too, because this will help. Tuck that off to the side here. Okay. And we'll also turn on, this is what I was meaning to do, trajectories. Trajectory is not only about atmospheres. You'll see when I do this that we'll also, it'll tell us where our landing spot is. Okay, let's do this. So, burning retrograde. Boy, we are falling. I'm not used to coming from this high. Okay. Trajectories hasn't... You know what? I'm not going to use trajectories. It's not kicking in yet. All right. Let's get down there. This is I'm used to coming in really shallow. Maybe I should have done that first. It should be fine. It's Minmus. It should be fine. I'm used to coming in really shallow and then you know, I can say this, and then coming in on a very shallow descent rather than falling from this high in space, but it should be okay. I just realized as well, Bob can do another EVA. Let's take this lander and turn off the pressure control. I realized I never turned back on the pressure control. EVA report. I realized I never turned on the pressure control in the lander, so I'll have to, or the Terrier 1-A3, so I'll have to make sure to do that. But we're gonna grab ourselves here some low space EVA report, which I'm pretty sure again is not biome specific. It is not. Another 20 seconds on that, and then we'll get Bob back inside. All right, that is done. Back in you go, Bob. There he is. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure this map is helping me. Let's get rid of that. All right, so what do we got? We still got 157 meters per second left in this thing. Not sure exactly what a landing on Minmus costs. But I want to land on the daylight side. I don't want to land in the night, but I do want to land in the polar region. So I'm just going to time warp here. Let's put this on surface. Let's put this on surface. Let's put, yeah, that's better. Just put the camera on free. This whole landing upside down thing was going to bug me, I know. All right, I think, okay, we are over the poles. And I'm thinking once we get over this little ridge and into this little zone here, I'm thinking of going for that. I really, really am. So let's put this on the horizon. We'll knock off some more velocity here, but I'm thinking in this kind of zone here. Whoa, sorry, the Navball just went wacky on me. All right, coming into the sunlight. We are over the poles. Thinking around here, our velocity here is only 160 meters per second. So I've rotated this so blue is up. That always sort of helps me out. I want to push myself a little bit this way. I'm thinking in here. Oh, we have an engine malfunction. Okay, that ends that parties, but that's okay. So stage that. Stage. There we go. So we lost some fuel there. Realized I should have probably... That's okay. Let's put a gear. I should have serviced that engine before we set off. I forgot that it done a lot of work just getting there. That's okay. I'm thinking anywhere along here is pretty good. So 1.5 kilometers above. Keep going this way. I like. Okay. All right, this is it. We're doing it. We are doing it. Get a little bit more towards the sunlight there. I can actually see, now that I'm looking, what I should be doing. Sorry, I'm going to go this way. I see some, whatever those are, those surface features. Just want to give myself a little bit more hang time here. Okay, watch what you're doing. Come within really nice and close to this. Okay. Cut. Okay, that's full throttle. Oh, I'm going up. Okay, so it's not the most efficient landing you've ever seen. There we go. I pretty much just stopped myself. But we've got lots and lots and lots of fuel, so it's not going to be an issue. But I wanted to just land next. I just saw that and went, I'm going to land next to that. I don't have a contract to grab it or anything, but some of that sweet, sweet Minmus greenstone. Okay, where is my shadow? Should be starting to see that. Now make sure I'm going to service this engine before we take off, too. Okay, slow down. Coming in. Oh, shoot. I meant to hit the cap lock and I missed it and got a little bit of upness there. There we come. Beautiful. We are down. We are on the surface. Where are our contracts here? The only contract I have here is to actually plant a flag. Okay, everything looks good. We are collecting, I'm sure, all kinds of science. Crew reports, gravity scans. Did I not put temperature scan? Why does it say temperature scan waiting? I'm in lowlands. How did I end up in lowlands? Shoot. Okay, we'll live with that. I must have just missed the poles. Oh my gosh. I must have just missed the poles. Here are the poles. I just went over them. Maybe we'll go back a little bit and ended up in these lowlands here. That's okay. That's okay. There's still lots and lots and lots of stuff to get. Let's see. Okay, let's time warp away. Oh, we can let that stuff go on its own. Let's get out. Let's get out. So Michael is our first Kerbal. First Kerbal to walk on the surface. Now, I'm not quite sure what's up with that. I got something weird going, so we have to... There she is. Okay. Nice. Okay, get back. We'll get Bob out. Got some weirdness there with the ladder, and I don't know what it is. And I remember doing that while I was building this thing, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We're on the surface of Minmus. Okay, where are we here? We're going to also deploy that surface plant a flag. This is, I think I gave it a really boring name. I'm pretty sure I just called it the Minmus Lander. So this is Minmus Lander 1. And this is Bob. And Michael. Oh. It is green and minty here. All right. Go. All right, and that's satisfied that contract there. Now, what we have is all kinds of stuff to collect. Actually, why don't we get Bob to do his surface sample and EVA report, and then we'll come back and we'll get Michael to start grabbing some of this equipment. We have all kinds of equipment to deploy. Oops, it's right underneath there. So solar panels, we're going to have to get us some solar panels here. Now these solar panels won't fit in with with the EVA pack still there, but I can take the EVA pack, put it on top of the solar panel. Now I got a solar panel. There we go. We got a solar panel. So Michael's going to go deploy one of these solar panels. Bob's still collecting stuff. Got to remember to go get that greenstone too. It's not far. Like there it is. Looks like a great big giant. I won't say what it looks like to me. Okay, let's deploy these. That looks good to me. So gonna do its thingy. I always like the animations on these. Ooh, okay, let's get another one. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, what the heck happened there? Okay, Michael, I think Michael just exploded. Now, I am not accepting that. There is absolutely no way. Oh my gosh. I was so excited, and then the game just says, you know what? Forget you. I'm going to explode one of your Kerbals for no reason at all. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Yeah, Michael's gone. Poor Bob. Okay, so, shoot. What is our game time at? It's at 4:23. I wish I did a quick save right after I landed. I wouldn't have thought, you know, if I go to loading a file, how far back was the last sort of auto save? 4:23. Oh my gosh. This is year 11, day 25, 4:23. Sorry about that, but there's just absolutely no way I'm going to accept that. Year 5, year 11, day 25. This is 4:18. That's the persistent file. That might be my best bet. Right there. Just gonna go along here and just see if there's something closer. Okay, there's a lot of backups from a long, long time ago. Wow. Yeah, that's okay. There's a persistent file here. This was the autosave. Year 11, day 25, 4 hours, 18 minutes. It's now 4 hours, 23 minutes. I'm thinking that was after we landed. Load? Oh my gosh. You know, when they die because of something I did, I'm fully willing to take responsibility for that. But when they die because of something like that, that was the weirdest Kraken attack I think I ever seen. Let's go. That she just exploded. She wasn't even doing anything weird. She was just walking. And just all of a sudden, boom. I think she might have bumped into the ladder, but I mean, seriously. Oh, open Explorer and... Okay, we're on the surface. We're on the surface here. Okay. I'm going to try and do this really, really quick now. Okay, let's get Michael out. This is, I know, John is, if you go into Windows Explorer, you can find backup files. And that are more detailed than what I was just seeing there. But I think this saves going into Windows Explorer. I have to remember to plant that flag again. But I want to get this equipment set up. Let's get far away here. Okay. Space. That's down. Okay. I'm quick saving. Heading back. Whoa, she's slidey. Okay, that's that. Get her. There's the other solar panel. Get that set up. Put her lights on. Okay. And I'll remember to plant that flag. Plant the flag. Okay, this is again Minmus Lander 1, and it was Bob. Bob and the explosive Michael O. All right, again, I'm gonna do a lot of quick saves now. Let's go find Bob. Yeah, I do like this little oh my gosh. The forward. There we go. The keys switch when he flips around so that up is down and all that kind of stuff. Okay, Bob here. Now, Bob has a number of experiments to get here. This, I believe, is a seismic accelerometer. Get a little closer to solar panels. There we go. And I like that. This is the first time I've used this, but I do like the way this deploys. It's nice. Turn that on in just a little sec. In a second, we got still a couple of more pieces of equipment. I'm nervous every time now I approach the ship. Okay. One of these is the goo thing, and one of them is the sort of command thing. I think I have the goo thing. Not 100% sure, though. Yeah, that is the goo thing. One more piece of equipment. And also we're going to go check that out. You know, I didn't bring. I should have brought along some of those standing lights and stuff, like those work lamps, and those are cute. Oh, my Minmus, stop bouncing my Kerbals around. Just trying to put this over here. There we go. I love this kind of... I wish there was more of this kind of stuff in the game, like reasons to sort of do things in space, like, you know, on the surface and stuff. Okay, let's collect our EVA report and surface sample. Let's get back to Michael here. Now, oh, that's Bob. One of these is Michael. There's Michael. You want the engineers to turn on the solar panels because you get a bonus in solar panel production, and we're going to need it. So if I do this with an engineer, these will produce 2 units of power. I realize I'm on the wrong side of the control panel. And I just jumped right over the seismic. Oh my gosh, come on. There. Oh, I saw it. Just gotta get close enough. I'm just looking for that F that says interact, but she's like right there. Oh, I saw it. There. Interact. So then she turns this on, and this should now be producing power for me. Okay, I hope it does. Let's go over here. I don't know what it is. I always get kind of mixed up with all this stuff. Can get close. Interact, so that's an F. And that should, so these guys should be producing power for me. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get Bob now. Bob, going around looking for Bob. There he is there. Let's interact with this one. You should get scientists to do all the medical stuff. Yeah, it says here, got total power available is 4. So we should be good. Everything that's here. We have 3 pieces of equipment. Each piece of equipment requires 1 unit of power. Oh, maybe because I hadn't turned that on yet. Maybe you need to turn on that command thing before you see everything else. Interact. Turn on the goo thing. Ah, yes, that's it, Bob. Just be gentle. Be gentle. Let's turn this off. Do another quick save. All right, and then the seismic thingy. Oh my gosh. This is why I usually do this with RCS packs. And this science stuff doesn't get along 100% with Kerbalism, but you do collect it. Like, it doesn't show up in the Kerbalism menus and all of that kind of thing. And any contracts that require you to collect it seem to be messed up because of Kerbalism. But you do get the science. Here, I can show you. If I open up the Kerbalism Science Archive and I go to the surface deployed goo observations. See, I got 135 science while landed on the moon, but the Minmus one hasn't shown up yet. And it won't show up till I have it all. And then suddenly it's just all there. So it does work, but it's a little bit borked with Kerbalism. Okay, I think we're good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Bob here. Is Bob still collecting surface samples and stuff? Nope, he's got all that. Let's store that into here. Oh gosh, we have his, oh my golly. We have the golf ball experiment. How could I forget about the golf ball experiment? And we have to do for that in form EVA science. Good, he's sending it off that. Whoa, gonna go try and put it, going right for the sun with our golf ball. Boom. All right, bomb. So that's more science there. This science as well doesn't really work with Kerbalism, but it seems to, you seem to get it anyway. As you can see from that stock menu coming up. I think because all of this stuff is from transfer data here. I think the reason why it doesn't work is because all of this stuff is from, what is that, the Breaking Ground DLC? And because of that, Kerbalism just hasn't integrated into it. Okay, let's actually use this EVA pack now. So RCS on. Whoa, there we go. This is just such an easier way to get around. And Bob should be able to collect us some of this Minmus Rocky, whatever this stuff is. Minmus something. Oh, that was, okay, that was graceful. We're there. Up we go. Okay, we should be able to, maybe. Oh, and it's not collecting. It is, there should be something here. Maybe I need, maybe this isn't it. Maybe this is one of the ones. Let's get right on it. You can climb it. Go mountain climbing. Not done a lot of this. Is this one of the ones where you actually need the rover with the drill and all of that kind of stuff? I have me a feeling I do. And if that's the case, that's fine. I don't see a toggle for collecting this. So what I think I shall do is head on back. I got from Trevor, will you do a video on how to get to Duna? And the answer to that question is absolutely. In fact, it's already done. It was... oh my gosh, why is this being such a pain? Up, there we go. Everything seems weird and sticky. I have gone to Duna, and I do have a video on how to get to Duna, how to build the craft, how to get back. And it wasn't that long ago, a few months ago maybe. So if you go take a look for it, I'm sure you can find it. All right, we're calling this. I think we've done what we can here. Oh, board. And we'll find Michael. Come on, Michael. We're going to get you aboard too. And we're going to, you know what? I was considering hopping over to a nearby biome. But what I think I'll do instead is just head back up to the station. Get in there. Just head back up to the station and kind of call this one. I will come back down again. We'll collect more science. We're not that far away from the poles, but that worked out. Okay, so what I want to do is, yeah, as Minmus rotates, we will be coming out from underneath the orbit here. So we do want to launch, though, be honest, being so close to the poles, it really doesn't matter. You do want to make sure that you launch into an orbit that's going the same direction as your station. Let's set that station as a target. The station is on its way towards the north, so we want to go towards the north. So what I'm going to do is just, I think we're just ready to go. Let's do this. So, oh, let's turn on our pressure control. We had that off. We can repressurize the capsule. There we go. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're off, and we're pitching towards the north. North turns out to be that way. And we're going up to an altitude of about 10 kilometers, 12. It's not particularly super important. And there we go. About 12 kilometers there. Should be still lots of ignitions on this thing. Yep. Oh, that's the station up ahead of us. Oh, some science just got transmitted. Got lots and lots of science. It's time warp up to Apoapsis. Now that the lander is not flying without that stupid thing on the end. I like it. It's a cute lander. I'm kind of pleased with how this thing is working for me. I think it's cute. Still has 466 meters per second of delta V. I probably could do a hop, but you know what? Better safe than sorry. Just switch to target. Okay, all we're doing here... Sorry, shouldn't be starting already. Let's lock that to prograde. All we're going to do here is get an orbit. How close are we to the station? Not far. Might have timed this a little bit better. All we're going to do is go for an orbit here. And then we'll just do a standard kind of rendezvous. There we go. And let's see, here we are. And what's nice with these orbits so different is actually we should, oh my gosh, we're going to get this real quick. We're going to get this super quick. Okay, let's come back a little bit. Start hopping ahead time-wise. So that's making it worse. The other way. There we go. 0.1 kilometer separation. Got that burn coming up in 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. Just reduce the thrust here. I'm just noticing the burn time is like very, very little. I don't do this manually. Michael's taken control. It's good for you, Mike. Actually, we don't have to keep going to here. I keep forgetting, of course, we have the rendezvous indicators here we can watch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just waiting until My time to the burn is 5 seconds, and then we'll go to about half throttle. Actually, I'll wait till it's about 10 seconds, and I'll go to 2/3 throttle. How about that? So let's start burning. And I could have burned a little quicker than this. Here we go. All I'm going to do is just watch this closest approach, and we're just going to reduce our throttle here. And when this gets really close, we're just going to cut. We'll use RCS to kind of finish this off. Whoa, 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 I saw like 52 meters. 52 meters. We're going to be there in 25 minutes. Let's get to our station. Why is the ship tilting like that instead of staying in its normal orient? I don't know. That's weird. It's like it's following the surface of Minmus. You see that? Why is it doing that? Is that... I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I don't know if I hate it, but I don't know if I've ever seen... You know what I think's happening? This might explain a lot of things. Where is... Sorry. There it is. Persistent rotation. Yes. We have all this relative rotation stuff. Unset that. That's what's been messing up lots of stuff. Oh, how did you turn on? I didn't turn you on. Okay. I should have realized something weird was happening. So that was persistent rotation, keeping my orientation to Minmus a constant. Well, we should be seeing... Okay, we're a couple of minutes from the station. Put it on target. Where's our station? There we are. Coming up from below. So we'll definitely do some science mining, but I really got to think about what I'm going to be doing for sort of the next phase of this series. Again, there's not going to be a stream on Thursday, but then after that, we finished off Minmus program. I'm thinking... Should I pick an interplanetary target? I would think that might not be a bad thing to get towards. All right, coming up to the station here. Find us a docking spot. Okay, let's just slow down. And we'll use RCS. Okay, 0.7 meters per second. We're going to switch to the station. I guess we'll use... Where are we coming from? From below there. Let's use this docking port. Back to here. Control from here. Where is our... Oh, set this as a target. There we go. Now we got that oriented right. Aim our camera at this too. This will give us a good view. I think I need to back off a little bit here. Oh, that was too much. Well, this thing is so light now, the RCS thrusters are monstrously powerful. I'm not sure which way. I think I got to come this way. A little hard to tell. And of course, oh my gosh. That way. That way. Okay, I'm starting to see the prograde. This way. There we go. Think? That's a better view. Oh, I should turn off the yaw, pitch, and roll junkie. Come on, in you go. You want it. You want it. There you go. You're in. Okay, we're there. Okay, now we can probably fix the station. And hopefully that will now not get messed up by persistent rotation. Yeah, this is better now. It felt like before things were fighting me. Okay, let's get Bob. And here, can I do it? Yeah. There we go. Transfer Bob, and we'll transfer Michael into the habitation that's got some nice shielding to it. They're both in there, right? Yep. And we will also, while I'm thinking about it, turn on the pressure control in that capsule. But I'm thinking, oh, catch an asteroid from Dan. That is not a bad idea as well. That's something to think about. Do a little asteroid hunting. Maybe a little asteroid mining. I don't know how far away I am from getting some of the resource harvesting stuff. But for today, I think I'm going to be calling it. I am happy. Minmus program is now done. We got 2 strategies we're going to have to pick up for the next stream. Once again, next stream is going to be Monday of next week. No stream this Thursday. So everybody have yourself a great week. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you all again on Monday. See you, everybody, and thanks for showing up.